big. Hey Matthias, how you doing? I will be with you in one moment. Just getting set up. Hey. Dad was supposed to be helping me, but we will see if we can do this on my own. Let's try. Hopefully, I will be on the bike in 3 minutes. Alright, let's get this show on the road. And connect. Make sure. Scan. I would have been putting this on. These are just some ice packs. I would have put this on 10 minutes to go, but I'm on my own flying solo today, so gotta just put them on now. Give me an extra 10 minutes staying cool. Ooh, it's a test of my shoulder flexibility. Woo! Ooh! Raising the nipples. Ooh! Almost pulled something doing that. Holy Moses. Ugh. Whew. Ah. And thank you, Fraser. We will be racing in 24 minutes. Hot damn. Got in time. Whew. That's cold. So we're going to warm up for 20, and then we will jump into the race. Today we got Alpe du Zwift on tap. I know it seems weird with the title of the video being First Race Back. But it's actually probably, I might regret saying this, but I feel like it will be easier on Alpe du Zwift because my spiky power is not where it used to be, and the steady stuff should be decent. So, is it hot where you are? Yes, because I'm beside the furnace, and so it gets very, very hot in this little cubby of mine. And so, been doing this the last couple workouts, and it helps a decent amount. This is my first time seeing a heart rate in over a year. We'll see what it gets to. I have no idea what it'll get to, but what am I aiming for? So the FTP test from the other day. One second, let me just give me 1 second. Just continue. Just doing my setup. 1 second. And I gotta just make sure the camera's in a decent position. I'll tilt it down a bit. I'll tilt the camera down in a second. Once I get into the race, I'll tilt it down, okay? So, okay, that's good. Works. Solid. Don't know why the window is so small, but not sure why. Oh, maybe it's because I got it like that. Interesting. Oh well. Give me 1 second. Share. Copy link. Okay. Give me 1 second, Fraser. Sorry. Just gotta set this up. Links. This, can I like, here, let me go like this, you, can I type? This link, boom, 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 boom. Okay, I'm back. Jesus, Murphy. You get frostbite on my nipples. I am aiming. A little bit ago, I guess it was on Saturday, I did an FTP test and I got 347 watts, or 345 I guess officially, but there was a power dropout. But 345, and see, this is why I wanted some help. Tough to do that on your own. I got another one on my lower back too. That one's the real good one. But it would indicate FTP is around 327. And I was done at 59 kilograms, as I am today as well. Actually a little bit lighter, but than I was on the FTP. But we're aiming to basically verify that, and so my goal is to hold FTP for the time. I didn't get this myself. We had this much better a couple days ago. It's falling down now. Too tough to do on my own. Come on, there we go. Yeah, should stay. That should end up being something around, I'd say like 36 mid would be what I would think. But overall, I'd say, given the injuries and setback after setback after setback, not to sound corny, but the fact that I feel decent enough to be lining up for a race, and not just a race, but a effort up Alpe du Zwift, kind of the creme de la creme of climbs in Zwift, is already a bit of a win. And so I just want to race, really, is my thing. And as I said, just verify the data that I've been doing. Yesterday I did a bit of a aerobic type ride, just because I haven't really been doing a lot of stuff with the labrum flaring up again the last couple weeks, just as I tried to come back to running. But wow, I'm nervous. 152, although I don't know what normally it's been, but it seems high, and I can feel it. But anyways, this is why I don't use heart rate. It gets in your head, so I'm not going to look at that number for the rest of the time. Oh, that's a good idea. Let's get a thing going here. Yeah. Get you, add to epic drops. You add epic drops. You and epic. Good. Okay, I think we're set. Got my playlist ready. My pace. So I'll show you after the race. See how close we got to the pace little graph that I have. Hey, change your net. Alright, you're done with you. Shit. Get that in a sec. Oh, that's nice. Thanks, George. We go in 5 minutes. Mm. Hmm. Ah, brain freeze. Son of a. I've never, since coming back, I've never taken both hands off at the same time. Because I don't want to put, like, full weight. I don't want to put full weight through the pudendal nerve. So unscrewing caps with one hand is decently hard. It's also, I'm nervous AF. I don't even know why I'm nervous. It's what I said before. The fact that I'm racing today is... I don't need to do anything else. Why am I on a Tron bike? Oh, no, I'm not. That was somebody else. Good. We're on Specialized Athos. Let's get some DMX going. X gonna give it to you. And then we're gonna hit Rough Riders Anthem. Where the hood at? Where is it? There we go. That's a good start. Thank you, Jason. Woo! First race in 2.5 years. Let's get this going. So here's the game plan. Game plan is turn 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, and 16. We're going to hold 340. So that's above FTP. And then 15, 14, where it flattens out, we'll go a little bit under FTP. And then I'm going to hold FTP until we get to about turn 9. And at that point, then we'll crank about 102% back to FTP. And then the last 2 turns build it back. So it's a little bit of a U shape on this, as I do think that is the fastest way to climb this hill, which I've had many memories with. That's some slushy ice water. Whew! I do not want to overheat this time like the last time. Let's get this show on the road. Alrighty, welcome back everyone. Let's have a good one. Stop! I gotta tell you, this feels really weird. It's also like my first time not in erg mode. There's so little structure. It's scary, man. Feeling the trainer like go out underneath me kind of thing. Man, it's freaky. My whole thing of the last, I guess, 2 years has been like extreme control and not being okay with letting things go out of my control a little bit. So this is therapy. Dr. E will be proud of me. Be like, hey, you know how I have a big problem, like just being like obsessive on things? Well, my trainer started changing resistance without me even knowing. Alright. DMX, see you later. Time to get to epic trance drops. Actually, let me do one more. I can't get too hyped too quick here. 40 XP? Oh my god! I'm gonna level up like crazy here. Every now and then, if you guys don't can do me a favor, I really appreciate just like every 10 minutes or something. Just write like still on, so I know that the stream is still going. I don't want to just be like talking to myself. Not that I'm gonna be talking, but you know what I'm saying. Just be like, still there, or a thumbs up. Whatever. Who's this guy with the check mark? Doesn't sound like a super Italian name. Mine's definitely more Italian. Where's he from? Dio dammi la forza. Here we go. Man, this is just killing me. It's like I'm trying to not get too psyched. It's just like 6 minutes of like, let's go. Stop the waiting. Let's get this going. Holy moly. This is painful. Alright, well, we'll see what these gradients feel like. Haven't felt something like this in... Ooh, last time I wasn't in erg mode? It's gotta be like 14 months. So 340 on this first. Let's go, okay. Don't go crazy. And we're away. .1 watts per kilo. $34.19. 6.1 watts per kilo. I can't do that pace. That was 360, pretty much. No. Alright, 6 watts ahead of pace. It's 350 to 320. 8:35. Thanks, George. It's 3:30, 3:35. 5 is gonna be. Hey Siri, play Thunderstruck by AC/DC. Hey Siri, turn the volume to maximum. Give me a fuck. Oh, ah, ooh, oh, that hurt. Oh, hold on, I gotta get off. Oh, that just hurt. Oh, oh, that, oh. Oh. Okay. Oh, that vomiting there just hurt my pelvic floor a lot. Holy fuck. Oh. Oh. Ah, fuck. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Okay. Unfortunately, it just stuff coming up there at the end. Oh, that really fucking hurt the pelvic floor. Just because everything just contracted there. Holy fuck. Okay, I don't know what the final power was. I think it was 343. So, pretty much held my held my 20-minute power for 35:40. Ugh. Oh shit, that hurt. Holy shit. Felt like my entire pelvic floor just came out. Oh, jeez, it was good all right. And then just there, just basically stuff just contracting, just everything just contracted. Oh shit. Oh, thank you for watching. Damn, that hurt. I'd be a lot happier if that didn't happen. Fuck me. Oh, Jesus. Alright. Oh, some analysis. Damn. Give me a minute. Damn. As I said, I'd be happy right now if that didn't happen right there at the end. Just fucking felt that like down in fucking prostate. Just fucking knife. Just as everything just contracted there. Just because I felt like I was gonna throw up. And so, you know, when you, and just everything just, and you kind of get that deep kind of contraction in your abdominals and everything, and that's what happened there. And jeez, I felt that just knife in my prostate. Oh my god, first time that's happened since the summertime, when in the summer I just I got like a really big sneeze, and it was like I was trying to hold it back and I couldn't, and then just bam, sneezed. And Jesus Murphy, just like, literally just felt like a hernia or something, but like in my prostate, felt like a knife. Anyways, holy moly, it was a good race. I mean, I held my power like pretty well. I did my pacing strategy pretty well. I went probably a little harder at the bottom because I was trying to get on that guy's wheel. I actually think if I got on his wheel, I would have been okay maybe. And I just let him go just a little bit. It's a problem sometimes, and it's not like I've been racing on Zwift, but like always on the Alpe in particular. I've had many times racing on the Alpe, and you just don't know what people are doing. Like a lot of people just They get there and they just like obliterate the first turn and then just like fall to pieces. And so, yeah, I let that guy go a little bit because I thought, like, again, I don't know his name. He didn't even have a name really. It was just like a bunch of letters. And, you know, I was just like, you know, who knows who he is? I don't know if he's gonna keep, because he was like spiking up to 8 at the bottom there. He had a couple like red numbers pop up. And then was like high 6s, because I think around the first couple turns I was holding 360 for a long stretch, but let him go eventually. Like, I tried catching him on the second turn, like I put in a bit of a dig trying to catch him. I'll be interested to see the replay, how close I got. I was a few seconds off getting onto the wheel. And then, fuck me. The other guy just kind of came out of nowhere. That Call Al guy. And then, at the end there, I think he called it a little too soon almost, because I was coming. I was definitely coming for a bit there. And then he put like, thanks for the push. And it's like, race ain't done yet. Thinking like, oh boy, if I could catch this guy, it'd feel real nice. But I almost had him and gave like a lot to get him. But yeah, through the middle I held my power pretty well. A couple turns where I was under, a couple turns where I was over, where I wanted, like, my goal was 327, basically, as I said, to hold the FTP that I had tested from Saturday. I wanted to hold that for around 36. I figured it would be like 36 mid to 36 high. Yeah, I ended up actually holding pretty much the 20-minute effort for 35:40. So I think it was 3:43 or something like that by the end, something around there. But yeah, so it was good. 35:40s. It's a good place to be starting from. It's the longest effort I've done by a significant margin. With, as I said, from the FTP test on the weekend, I haven't really been training intensity really the last, I guess now 3 weeks, with the flare and the labrum, the most recent kind of hurdle to get over here in a long list of them. So there was very little intensity, especially like longer efforts or short efforts, anything. I felt pretty weak in the saddle today for sure. I just felt like I couldn't get like a good rhythm. I started getting into a good rhythm at the end, and then I kind of decided, like, labrum's feeling okay, so, and that it usually is a problem out of the saddle. So the labrum's feeling okay. So when I got to the thumbs up on the last one, I'm like, I'm just gonna like go out of the saddle and like I'll live with the consequences, basically. If it's bad or not. Feels okay now. It's distracting the fact that my prostate feels like there's shards of glass in it. That just really hurt there at the end. Holy smokes. I gave a lot there at the end to try to catch. That was pretty much all out the last minute or so. Again, didn't feel super strong there, but like I felt like okay all day. Like I didn't feel fantastic. I felt okay. I felt a lot better on the FTP test, even though this, as I said, was pretty much the same power on the FTP test, where it's like 345 with the power dropout, so maybe close to 347. Like on that, I felt amazing. Like I even was saying afterwards, just like, man, I feel like I could hold this for an hour. Like it just felt so smooth. Harder to get into a rhythm here, definitely. So I got to get out of erg mode a little bit, because that was definitely like, it was just hard to coordinate. as I said, I haven't changed gears in basically a year. So it was hard just kind of like getting used to the like kind of up and downness of the resistance. That like was like, it's very different coming out of, you know, erg mode for so long. So things to work on for sure. Like 100%. Like I could think of like 20 things to work on right now. That's also the first time in my entire career I've lost a race on the Alpe. Don't like that being on my record, but at the same time, it means there's something, gives me something to work towards, getting back onto that top step. And 343 for 3540 is like, it's a good place to start for sure. So that's 5.8 watts per kilogram. Normalized is going to be a little higher, so maybe like 5.9 watts per kilo. So that's, you know, give me another 0.2, give me another month of training of like actually getting back to some intensity. Hopefully the hip's okay after today, and hopefully this prostate thing is, hopefully, you know, I didn't, oh my god, that's, as I said, that's, I'd be a lot happier right now if that didn't happen right at the end, but because that was disconcerting how much that hurt. Like I just had to get off the bike because that just felt, honestly, and it's still tender right now, that felt like a knife to the prostate region. Just when everything contracted. But I'll just ride out to an hour. But at the same time, I guess I have to say to myself, well, it's muscular, and so as much as, and this is the whole psychology of it, it's okay, so you break it down and you reason your way out of the pain, and you say, all right, well, let's think about this. Felt like vomiting. When you tried vomiting, you contracted every muscle in your pelvic floor and deep abdominals, like transverse abdominis and all that. So you contracted everything pulled up, and that pressed on that nerve, on pudendal nerve, which caused a very sharp pain in the perineum. So the perineal branch of that nerve caused a very sharp pain. But as much as, if muscles can contract like that and cause that pain, they're not going to stay contracted forever. They'll relax, and they'll start relaxing. And so it's not like, you know, it'll have injured the nerve, it'll have pressed on the nerve really sharply. But once I get off, get into a warm shower, that will hopefully relieve that spasm. And it's just like, you know, it's not going to stay compressed. It's not going to stay on the whole time. So it's not like, you know, you broke a bone or something here. It's, you contracted muscles. Muscles can contract, but they also relax. They contract and relax. So as much as they're going to contract, they'll be able to relax too. I'll just get off, warm shower. I'll do some gentle breathing in happy baby position. Take my meds, and we'll be right as rain, hopefully in the afternoon. Take a nap, as that will also help to just bring those muscles back down so they don't stay kind of locked in spasm. So anyways, it'll be fine. Just gonna ride out for 2 more minutes. Appreciate everyone watching. I don't know what the stream ended up looking like, but I just realized I forgot to tilt that camera back down, didn't I? Shoot. Well, my bad. Well, the thing is I was out of the saddle for so long, maybe it doesn't really matter. So, there you go. I forgot to do that. Sorry about that. Next time, I will remedy that. So 35 minutes plus 25 is an hour plus. So I'll go 2 minutes 50 seconds left. Make it an hour and 20. And then once I get out of the shower, as I said the last time, as soon as that water turns off, I will try my best to stop thinking about that incredibly sharp pain right at the end of that ride, which is I'm not going to say it's not annoying. It's very upsetting because that's the first time I've had that since about June. So that's quite upsetting, but I will try my best to put it out. And thank you for the feedback. Yes, that sounds good. I hope so. Very difficult to sometimes put it out because, as I said, the thing was really good for months. Last 2 months it's been good, and to have that sharp, that intense of a pain where it just took my breath away for a second there. That's why I had to get off the bike. It's obviously disconcerting, but it happened and gotta move on. Because it happened before once, and it got better as well. I might even go for a walk just before I shower. Usually when things get painful, I just go for a walk, and then it actually helps quite a bit. Heart rate stayed pretty low, actually. As I said, it's my first time actually plugging the heart rate monitor in, just because I wanted to be included in the results. But I think I was seeing low 170s. So, anyways, which I don't know what that is, if it's just me not being able to push super hard, or if it's a combination of medication, just because, I don't know if I want to say this, but because people always shy away from talking about medications, but the fact is with pudendal neuralgia and CRPS, I take 3 different medications, and so, and we're done. Oh, wait a second. Sure. It's a good sign. So, anyways, what was I saying? All 3 are CNS and respiratory depressants. So there is a chance that the heart rate's not getting high because of those. Since they all work to do that on their own, but then when you combine them together, there's kind of a cumulative and additive, whatever, synergistic effect where they kind of pump each other up. So there's quite, like you, as I said, respiratory and CNS depression will occur with all 3. I don't know what impact that will have on heart rate. I I don't think they're supposed to, but I also can't see how they wouldn't, if that makes sense. If the whole point of them is to like turn down your entire system, sympathetic system, like if it's just trying to turn the lights off a little bit or dim the lights. What's that sound? Maybe this is a bread maker. Anyways, so I can't see how they wouldn't. Funny thing is I don't think there's a lot of data on it because I don't think many people who are taking them are also racing on Zwift. So, whoa, what happened? I think we just turned off. What happened? Oh no, I'm still on. Anyways, yeah, I wish I went like that. So you guys could have seen all the things when I'm in the saddle. Cause like I would have been what, like this? Where was it? Like this? So you probably just saw here, I guess. But so next time I'll remind myself to get that down. Anyways, I'm gonna, as I said, go maybe for a walk and then shower and try to forget about the fact that my prostate feels like it's not even a prostate, it's just the perineum. Just someone gave an uppercut to it right there. And it is tender right now. Upsetting because it was a good race and I appreciate everyone watching, and it was a damn good race for where I am right now. To set a new FTP on it, pretty cool. I'll sum it up by saying, okay, let me sum it up, and then I gotta get these shorts off. I'll go with things to work on first. I'll give you top 3 things to work on. One, is get more used to the rhythm of not being in erg mode, because I've been in erg mode so long because I've been nervous, essentially to have the resistance go out from underneath me, if that makes sense, because I don't really like I've tended to do, I think I said this in one of my other streams, a little bit lower of a cadence, because then A, there's not as much bouncing on the saddle with the lower cadence, and then B, when I'm at a lower cadence, I feel, if it makes sense, the weight is more in my legs than on the saddle. If there's almost no resistance, so if I was spinning at like 90 plus RPM and at a really low power, then I feel like there's almost no weight in my legs because there's no tension in them. And so all the weight kind of is on the saddle, if that makes sense. So I tend to go, right now at least, dealing with the pudendal neuralgia, is I go with the lower cadence so that it basically, if you think about yourself being like a tripod, this being the perineum, and then you have leg, the weight goes into the legs and it kind of offloads the perineum a little bit, is my theory, and it's been working. So because of that, I've been going in erg mode, because I don't want on Zwift to go over a hill or something like that, and basically the resistance will go out, and I'm not going to be able to change gears quick enough, so the resistance will go out, and it's going to transfer all that weight onto that perineum in the center. So I've been doing everything in erg mode, is the point. So that did make today quite challenging because I was very much struggling to find rhythm. It just felt like it was like I'm either too low of a gear or too high of a gear. When I'm in the saddle, I can't seem to get any power out because I'm spinning too much. And then even there at the end, there were times when it was like, man, I wish I could change up a gear and chase this guy down because I could see him literally on my screen. But I'm at 360 when it's like I kind of want to be at 390 right now. And there was times there at the end where I was like, man, just get going to 390. But it just felt like I was in between gears the whole time. And it was like I'm either kind of just jamming out of the saddle at 360 and not
able to just get enough tension, or if I changed up and it went up to the 12%, now I'm down at like 68 RPM, and it was difficult getting into that rhythm. So one, need to do more things not in erg mode. I'm going quickly because these got to come off erg mode, and I start like phasing it out if I can. Um, Other things to work on. Two will be my hydration nutrition because I did not take too much of that. Um, so that's two. It's a small one, but it's just something to keep going because I kind of forgot a little bit about it at times. I know it's not really a big thing to work on, but whatever. Um, Three, working on getting the win would be three, because that's the first time I've ever lost on the Alp, and it's a little like, uh, well, the streak is over. um, but yeah, I think like if I'm being serious about like the win, um, I think it would have been. I was nervous at the bottom to try to go with the guy. As I said, I didn't really know like if he was gonna hold what he ended up holding, which he actually held pretty steady. But I did see him going into like 5.8, 5.7 at times near the end. So he was fading a little bit. I don't know what his final time was, um, but it if I have a little bit more confidence, which today obviously it's my first race in a really long time. It's my first time doing an effort like this in a really long time, so I'm not gonna be too hard on myself. But it's just the reality of racing. Even though I'm not really sure what he was gonna do, so it made it really challenging to fully commit. The thing to do would have been put in just all I needed was a little bit of a pop. It would have been nice to not get two arrow power ups, and then the lightweight was really helpful, but two arrows kind of did nothing. Um, if I could have put a 10-second, just even because I had him at like 3 seconds on that second turn, I think it was around there. I'll be watching the replay later today. If I just put like a 10-second thing, I could have maybe held his wheel for the rest of it because I saw his power, and we were actually, if as I said, I'll be really interested to see the stream. I actually think once that thing went out to like 40 seconds, I think it pretty much stayed at 40 seconds for a really long time. He ended up putting it out a little bit higher at one point, but it was like it stayed relatively stable throughout. Um, Throughout the rest, the pal, my name's pal guy, whatever. Again, same thing. It would have been nice to put a little bit of a pop, but he did attack me. And I'll see what his power was once I get look at it this afternoon and look at the replay, just to see things to work on and whatnot. I don't know why the stream was so vertical. I apologize for that. I think it's because I actually kind of minimized the thing a little bit too much. So if I let me just see what it does here. If I go like this, see what it does. Um, but yeah, the uh, he did put in a big attack, but yeah, it will in the future. Even if I don't trust their power, it's not that I don't trust. I shouldn't say that. It's not that I don't trust because he didn't do anything that was crazy. I've done that. There, it fixed it. There you go. So that's what the problem was. Um, he didn't do anything that I haven't done to people in the past too, so I'm not going to question people's power because I've rode 34.19 on it, and I've smashed the last or the first couple turns just the same as he was doing to me. So I lost the race. It's just no. I'm not here right now saying like I was whatever. It's bogus. I lost. Regardless about anything, it just 10-second surge, and I would have been on his wheel. And then the three positives, and then I'm done. Three positives is one, I held FTP I held my 20-minute power for 35 plus minutes. That's one. Two, this isn't in any order, really. But two, I'm back racing. The thing at the end was annoying. But I'll deal with it because I was good otherwise. I was. I felt fine otherwise. My leg felt okay. The hip felt okay. The perineum was perfectly fine for the entire ride. That's why it's annoying. But I'm back racing and happy to have you guys here. And we will be doing more of these in the future for sure. And yeah, so excited to be back. And then 3, the last, just on, I know this is results based a little bit. I'll give you 4 actually. 3 was 3540 is not bad for a place to be starting from. That's for darn sure. The first time I really, really took a big crack at the Alp, I believe I was 34:59. I think I was 37, and this was the year of COVID. I think I went 37, and then I came back to it, and I went 34:58, 34:59, something like that, where I really, really went hard on it. And so to be 40 seconds off what I was then, right now, when the last few weeks really haven't been training that much, like in terms of intensity or workouts or anything, is a great place to be starting from. Like really, really great place to be starting from. And then finally, the 4th positive is, while I didn't have great rhythm, while I didn't have great power in the saddle, aerobically, I felt really good for basically 34 and a half minutes. It was only the last, minute where I was like pounding. And I tried as hard as I could there at the end because I started being like, okay, let's get this going. Let's see if we can catch him. I wanted to get it going with 5 minutes to go, but even then I was like, don't blow up, please. This is a good effort. Just don't just completely blow up. And it's like being a little bit nervous about being out of the saddle, where I know that historically has put a little bit more. I've had problems out of the saddle in terms of the labrum. It tends to pinch it a little bit more. So, anyways, but I gave like a really good effort at the end there to try to catch. And yeah, for the most part, for 30 plus minutes, I felt like pretty smooth. I went hard at after the second turn, and I said even on the stream there, like I gotta let him go, because I felt like I was getting some burning in the legs in terms of like lactic type feeling. Like I could feel that I was above FTP, and it was just like, this is too hard to be like second turn in right now. So I have to let him go. I have to stop kind of putting these digs in to try to get back, and he was putting more digs to try to keep me away. I could tell, like, he bumped up into the red a few times. But yeah, some negatives for sure, or I shouldn't say negatives. Some things to work on, as there always are. But then I'd say overall, other than the piece of like knife that just went like, this is what I felt like, just this needle nose plier, just boom, straight up, like stab me in the frickin' thing. Other than that, it was a great ride, and appreciate everyone coming, and we will do more of these later. Anyways, when the water turns off, I will stop thinking as much as I can about this, and move on with the day. And I'm excited to watch the replay, actually, and see what happened throughout the race. And oh, my mind is spinning because it was good, and then at the same time it's just like, and that's what always bugs me. It's always at the end. There's something right at the end to just annoy me. Anyways, until next time, this stash will probably be gone if it's the next time, because this is for my Movember. So anyways, next time you'll see a clean shaven person, but it's not bad. I like it. Next time I'm gonna have my headband too, because that's my other little cooling strategy that I'm gonna have. So I had today the ice pack on the top, and then ice pack on the low back. But I also got myself a headband, and so I'm gonna put the headband in the uh, in the freezer and freeze it. And then once those packs are gone, I'm gonna grab the headband and put the headband on and have that just cooling the entire time. Uh, and yeah, I was disappointed it didn't come. I ordered it a couple days ago, or like, yeah, 2 days ago. But I was disappointed because I thought, man, if I have the headband on and this stash, holy moly, that will be a look. I tell you. Like, anyways, um, it'll be something. Not bad. That'll be some sort of a look. Anyway. Okay. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll catch you next time. I'll be okay. This perineum thing will be okay. Hopefully. If not, we will do a stream again explaining that I might not do a hard effort like that for a little bit, just to control myself, maybe. It was just, I went so hard at the end that it just felt like all of a sudden I was going to vomit just because I went apocalyptically hard in the last minute there to try to catch him. And then when he wrote the message saying, thanks for the push, even more, I was like, oh, I'm going to get this guy. Just like, it would be the ultimate, just like, take that, buddy. Anyways, so until next time, I will catch you there. And I apologize for the minimization, if that's a word. So if it's not, it should be. I just came up with that. It should be a word. Minimization. Wow. I tell you.